Um, but I like really did a doozy on my back and I haven't been able to walk in a couple of days. And this morning I woke up for the first time in a couple of weeks, probably like 2 weeks Monday, where my back felt way better. And I think it was Pilates. And it just like reaffirmed how much I love Pilates. What I would like for today is a resistance band. So I was doing some leg stuff with it. Okay, just a resistance band. It's not even going to be for our legs per se. It's going to be to work the core with the legs and the shoulders. So have your purple-ish band beside you. Going from the seated position down is a little bit tough, so we probably won't be doing too much of that today. But overall, I think we're in a much better place today than we were a couple days ago. Okay, so as always in our class, we're going to align the knees to the hips, hips to the ribs, and notice the two sides of your pelvis. If you kind of can feel one side more than the other, or if you are completely balanced and neutral, or if you have one hip that feels higher, more like elevated towards the rib cage than the other. At this point, honestly, I think doing your best to sort of create that neutral here will help you in your practice. You don't keep maximizing one contraction and minimizing the other, but just feel it in your body. And then we're going to take the hips and very slowly feel that tuck. So where we're scooping under and we're feeling like this connection of the sacrum and the lumbar together. And then we're going to rock forward so that you feel like you're on the tip of your sacrum. And tuck again. And release. And a couple more. You can use your exhalation here to create the smoothness of the movement, I guess is the best way to kind of describe that. 2. 1 more. Tuck. And back into your center. We're going to keep balanced on the pelvis. Arms are down by your side. Pull the left knee into reverse tabletop. Balance out left to right. And we're going to inhale here. As you exhale, very slowly extend the left leg straight. When the left leg is coming straight, we're going to counter the hips wanting to lift by re-engaging in the core and pushing out through the heel. And then pull that left knee in. We're going to do 8 like that. This is very slow. And in. We're going to press and in. 3 more. Press and in. Exhale. Breathe in. 2. 1 more. Hold the left leg out here. We're going to inhale the left leg as high as it goes. For me, that is like right here today. And then we're going to lower, lower, hold. We're going to lift, lift, pause, lower, lower, hold. And while you are here, we're going to try to change nothing in the spine. Down, down, hold. Lift, lift, pause. Down, down, hold. Lift, lift, pause. 1 more. Down, down, hold. Lift, lift, pause. Push out through your left heel as much as you can. We have 1 more exercise here. We're going to take the left leg and we're going to make little pulses with your left leg coming to the left. This is just killer for my hip flexor today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it in. Interlock your hands towards that left knee. Give it a little hug. And then while you're here, you're going to extend the right leg straight. Hold on to the left knee and then curl up. Um, you can go nose to knee. If that's not part of your body and your practice today, you're just going to compress as much as you can. Take your right hand to the left knee. So you're going to squeeze it in. We're going to take the left arm straight. From here, we're going to make little, I wouldn't even call them pulses. I really want you to think of this more as like a mobility exercise than anything. We're going to think about lifting and kind of curling towards the left and then back into center. And if I'm being honest with you, I'm doing a lot of this action with my arm. I'm using my arm to assist in rotation. 3, 2, we have one more. Curl and release. Right leg down, woof, left leg down. Rebalance out your hips. Pull the right knee in. We're going to do all of that work starting on the right leg. So this I love as the inhale. Then on your exhale, we're going to straighten out the leg and then we're going to pull in. I can only kind of talk about my experience, but with my back being so achy, I noticed that there was a lot of compensation in my Pilates practice in the last couple of weeks. So just bringing your thumb and your fingers to kind of like the bottom of the rib cage and the hip bones, just that alone, honestly, can give you so much feedback as to what's happening. Are you able to maintain like the same pressure points even while you're moving? Can you feel that as you exhale, the core beneath your fingers is engaging into your hand? And if all of those are like a no, what I would do honestly is make your movement smaller. Kind of go to that point where you can feel it and be like, okay, this is where I'm going to train. Okay, we have one more. We're going to presso, flex your foot, and I'm going to say it again, but I want you to think about pushing out through your heel. So it's this idea of coming away, engaging the leg away from the hip bone. And then we're going to lift up, honestly, just to as high as you can go. And down. Lift, oof, and down. This side is mucho tougher. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Activate the glute. We're going to take the right leg and like little pulses. Out, 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 out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it in. Relieve that hip flexor. And maybe extend the left leg straight. And then curl up. Your curl doesn't need to be high. It can be, but it's not completely necessary. You're going to take the left hand only and then just bring your right arm out to the side. Try to lift up so at least your head is in a little bit of flexion. And then we're going to use the left hand against the right leg to kind of curl up, twist, release. Curl up, twist, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. And come on down. We're going to take your resistance band into your feet. Choke up quite a bit. So that your thumb and your index fingers are pressing into the band, and you can hover your arms. Sometimes we do this as a Pilates V with your arms, or you can just have your elbows down. Honestly, it's kind of the same. So this is where we're going to inhale. As you exhale, extend both legs and then bend back in. And that's it. You're just going to push out with the resistance and in. I find this, you can also be here, to be great for kind of connecting, like where are your legs in space. It'll also give you a little bit of extra integrity. So you might even be able to get your legs a little bit straighter because you're using your hands to support some of the weight of the legs. Okay, we're gonna go 3, 2, one more. We're gonna hold out, and now from your feet, try to stretch the band apart and squeeze it together. Stretch the band apart and squeeze it together. Don't move your arms. Your arms are completely still. If you break your band, watch that you don't hit yourself in the face, but you just get bonus points for being so strong in your legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Hold out here. You're gonna keep kind of pressing out and now bend into your knees and just press out with legs that are apart. Bend in and press out with legs that are apart. I think personally, I drop my elbows, that this can be very, very challenging for the deep rotators of your pelvis. We do a lot of things close together and not a lot with resistance kind of pressing out. Okay, we're almost there. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Come on in. Release your band for just a moment. If you want to shake from side to side to relieve some of that kind of like low glute, low back pressure, absolutely. Okay, we're basically going to go back, feet back into your band. We are going to set up a little bit here. Sometimes the setup just feels awkward, just the way that you are kind of bound. It does feel personally easier once we get into the full movement. So you're going to take your arms back out into that like Y or that Pilates V and hold into your feet. You're going to take your arms and try to stretch them away from your feet. So you're now putting resistance on the band from the arms and come back in. Press out. Try not to move the spine. Move just from the shoulders. I have my palms facing away to begin, and we will change up the palms. This is internal rotation, and then we will do external rotation. Okay, let's go 3, 2, one more. Okay, palms up now, thumbs up, and then we're gonna reach away. Ooh, I can definitely feel that in my low back a little bit. I'm gonna make my movements a little bit smaller. 5, 4, 3, 2, you got this. One more. Up and in. Straighten out the legs for a moment. Reach the arms out for a moment. Okay, we're gonna lower the legs down to a point where you feel uncomfy. Not to the point where you're like super shaky, but enough that you're like, okay, there's something happening here. The arms are resisting your legs, though. Keep that in mind. We're gonna inhale here. As you exhale, ab curl up, but change nothing in the band. Just make that ab curl. And come on now. Okay, let's go 8, 7. Ooh, lost my band. 6, 5, 4, 3. Can you lower your legs a little bit? 2, one more. Hold here. You're going to take the arms and little pulses, pull them away. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Remove your band. I really hope you found that one kind of fun. I think at one point I learned it as like super band or something, just the way that you're tied. Bring your feet down to the floor, and we're going to windshield wiper from side to side. Just a little bit to one side and a little bit to the other. We're going to come into either like a kneeling position on our hands or on our forearms. So come on over. Gotta move slowly here from my back. I have so much more empathy for back pain. We are going to take the resistance band and we're going to bring it underneath our knees. You're just basically going to like lock it in. Two, two, oof, two, two. Okay. I just need a little bit more space on this one. Sorry about that. Okay. So you can start with the arm that you feel sometimes is most effective. Why? It'll be a mover first and not a stabilizer, so you won't totally exhaust the muscles as we get into our practice. However, if you think that this is too much, ditch the band and just do arm movement without it. I just love what resistance bands do to the integrity of the joint capsule. So you're going to come down onto hands and knees. You can stay on the hands. If this is too much for your wrists, I'm a huge fan of forearms. I don't think everything needs to look like a Pilates journal. You're going to wrap it around your palm so that you're not using your grip strength to hold the band, but rather it is kind of holding you. I'm going to start on my left arm. We're going to inhale here, set up your shoulders, set up the core, and now just reach your left arm away from you and come on down. I'm going to definitely stay up. You're going to reach and down. Reach and down. 4, 3, 2, one more. Reach, tap down. We're going to come down onto that shoulder. So for me, it is my left, and we're going to perch high onto the right fingertips. Extend the opposite leg back. So for me, it's my right leg. And then we're going to hover the right leg up, and we're going to tap down. Lift and down. Lift and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold here for 1. Flex your right foot. Draw your heel in towards your bum. We're going to make a little pulse up and down. Up and down. Your opposite arm, so for me it's my right arm, is counterbalancing you. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Lift up, extend the leg a little bit higher, use the core, and little pulses here. Lift, 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 lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Come onto your right forearm. Curl the toes under here. Settle the knees right underneath of your hip bones. And you can even slide your weight forward so that your shoulders are slightly more forward than your elbows. With those toes tucked under, we're going to lift the hips up a little bit. And here, I want you to feel like it's a lot of glute and quad strength and come on down. We're going to just do that again. So we're going to break every time. So we're going to lift and down. I currently cannot come into a plank for the life of me. It's just way too much. I can't engage through my core enough to like stabilize my spine. So I've been doing a lot of these lately just to be like, okay, lower abdominals, you have an opportunity to engage. We're in a safe, easy, closed position. So I don't know, I've been loving these. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. And nice. Coming onto the left hands now, the opposite arm finds the resistance band. Tie it up. Create that starting position. Band is sealed in. Shoulders are back. into the rib cage. We're lifting into the low tailbone. We are tucking. We're going to take that arm and we're going to reach and down. I'm going to make my movements here way smaller because this is definitely one of the positions that pulls on my back, which just reminds me that we are so connected, that moving my shoulder really does affect how my pelvis feels. 3. Injuries suck, but they really do make you a little bit more humble. 2. Last one. Reach and down. Bring your right forearm down onto the floor. Left hand kind of just goes anywhere to counterbalance you. It's not glued here. So if halfway through the exercise you need to adjust or move, 100%, absolutely move it. Extend the left leg back. We're going to lift and down. Up and down. Lift, down. Lift, down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, bend into the knee, lift up and down, squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, lift up, re-extend the leg, little pulses, up, 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 up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on down. Hands come back into that starting position. Wrists down, thumbs are kind of together. We're going to curl the toes under and once again hover the knees, but we're just going to hold that static position. All right, let's go for 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop the knees. Come and sit onto your bum. And you can cross your legs here. Sitting up tall. If a cross-legged position doesn't work in your knees, you can absolutely kneel. You can also do this standing. With your resistance band, reach out in front of you. I have to change my position. The opened position is not a good position for my back right now. We're going to take thumb and index finger together. And wherever you are, try to align the spine so that we're not so far forward that we're pulling on the low back muscles, but you're not so far back that you're kind of rounded or scooched. You want to elevate and hold. Thumb and index finger. This is the moment where I'm going to get you to breathe in. On your exhalation, you're going to pull the band apart and come back together. Feel like it's your shoulder blades that are moving first and then your arms. Shoulder blades pull in, then arms move. You can absolutely do this without the resistance band though. So you would just be like this, which can still be a lot. Like if you're just kind of working first principles or kind of like the base of that strength, sometimes the resistance band is not your best option. 3, 2, last one. Open and in. Right arm comes up, left arm comes down to the floor. Same idea. Shoulder blades first and apart together. Shoulder blades together. 5, 4, 3, two, one more, open and together. Opposite side, left arm up, right arm down, shoulder blades together and open and in. Where do I want you to feel this? Is not a lot in the front arm. A lot of this is actually for the back of the arm, kind of like post delt, your lat, kind of those like mid to low traps. 3, 2, last one. Open, together, and out. Interlock your hands without any resistance. Reach forward and now come all the way up. You can actually try to get the feeling in your body that you're tractioning your spine by lifting your rib cage away from the hip bones. And then when you get here, try to pull the arms apart, but don't actually move. Just that sensation of unclasping your hands at the top is enough. And then release. Come on down. Right hand down to the side. Reach left arm up and over. Ooh, I can definitely feel like we worked a little bit of the arms today. And then we'll go to the other side. We're going to do one more, but this is just a nice little spinal rotation. Take your arms either onto your shoulders. Elbows can be together or you can be in genie arms. It's irrelevant. We're going to pin the upper body and we're going to rotate to the right. Back into center. Pin the lower body and twist to your left. I have like 0 degrees of movement going that direction. Rotate. One more on either side. So we're going to go left, center, right, center. And that is where we're going to kind of seal our Pilates practice for today. If you have anything that you want to work on in the upcoming weeks, let me know. I'm always interested in what we are working on our bodies so we can make at least this half an hour really effective and really mindful. All right, enjoy the rest of your Friday.